Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I'm Lady Nyca, and with tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. Yes, God, honey, the ladies are back. This is Real Housewives of Atlanta, Season 12, Episode 2, Cheating Heart. And, child, we open up with Candy and Cynthia meeting up, right? They talk about Candy being done with touring and spending some time getting life together before the new baby, the surrogate baby, comes, right? Then the conversation switches over to Kenya, who they feel should not have told Porsha about sincerely. In fact, Candy hates the fact it even went down at her restaurant because her and Porsha at a place where they're being cordial with one another, and she just really didn't want that to happen, right? Porsha comes eventually because she was invited. Eva was supposed to be there, but Eva didn't end up going. I don't know why. But Porsha comes and talks about it, and it's going to be hard for her to go back to work when it's time, and time is coming near because she's been with her baby for the last 6 weeks, and she just really don't know what it's going to be like to be a working mom and separate herself from her baby. Then they move into the sincerely convo. And Candace said she was out of town when the blog came out, so when Sincerely came up to them at OLG, she was hearing the news for the first time as well. Porsha said basically it was hard. They was living together, things went left, but she determined to keep PJ in her dad's life. Now where they will end up as a couple is unknown. And then we learned that Dennis asked for the engagement ring back when he and Porsha broke up. Child, Porsha says she got to get back to herself. She hasn't been looking or feeling herself lately, and all the ladies understood that they've been there before. So, they understand that this was hard. She didn't see it coming, but there's a bounce back for her. Then we move over there to Eva, and we learn that she's been subbing for Porsha at Dish Nation. But now that Porsha is slated to return soon, Eva will be able to go home and occupy her mind and her body with her upcoming baby herself because she's very pregnant. Cynthia called, and they got into this convo about Kenya. Eva said she wasn't being shady, but she not there for the drama. She's not playing about her children, and she don't know Kenya. She don't know Kenya's last name really. She don't know Kenya eye color. Oh, she had a lot to say about what she don't know. Then she went on to say that she not feeling the drama with these nappy heads, but if need be, she will gather them to like the last time, and it ain't enough edges in the group to keep snatching at them. But if they want it, they can have it. She said they need to go have a kid or something to lessen their messy time. She also said that they talked about how she had gathered Marlo. Now, I'm going to say this. You might did gather Marlo last year, but baby, gathering Kenya will not be as easy. So walk light and know what you in for, okay? And Cynthia, get off the fence. You on the fence again. Now you and Eva may have made y'all their moment, but bitch, don't forget she came for you too. Did you forget that you a big booty has been? I ain't got no problem with the friendship. I'm just saying, just like you shut Kenya down, you should shut her down as well. Kenya playing with Brooklyn, and she go to call Mark. He answered, and immediately he's saying he don't like the baby hair, asking her what product she using on her head. He ain't like how the baby hair look. Then we learned that Mark got 2 other children. And Kenya said Mark make her feel like, now I don't know if he does this, but she feel like he be trying to act like she don't know anything about how to care for their baby because he got 2 other kids and she have none. She said that's a strain. That's hard for her. She don't like how he acts like that with her. Then they talk a little bit more about the baby Brooklyn. We learned that she, in swimming classes and doing well and things like that. And he claims that he'll be able to see them soon. Now, it's time for Noelle to come home from college, honey. Yep, she in the car with her mama, and we learned Noelle bisexual. She do not like to be put in a box, though. She says plenty of beautiful men as well as beautiful women out there. Cynthia says that she learned a while back ago that Noelle was sexually fluid, but she just never knew that she was doing the sexual fluid. But she is. For right now, there is nobody that Noelle is officially seeing. She just wants to relax. Cynthia want her to do that too, because you can tell Cynthia really into her man. And although she love her daughter, I guess mama got a life too. We see Candy over at this little kids indoor little place, something like a adventure zone or something like that. It could have been adventure zone, I don't know. But Marlo coming there with a slew of children as well, and we learned that those are Marlo's sister's children. She has 5 of them. Well, she's had them for the last 5 months. I'm sorry. Marlo explains that one day her nephew called and said, asked could she come get him because them people was about to take his mother away. She inquired as to who, the police? He said, no, the mental people. She explains her sister suffers from bipolar, and it's just been an adjustment for her. It's been hard, but she's been kicking it. Then they move on to talking about the girls, and Candace say she got a text from Nene on her birthday, and it's cool because she wasn't sure where her and Nene really stood, after that closet thing. Now, Marlo say, I'm friends with everybody. I ain't getting in the middle of none of this mess. And Candace suggested, well, maybe you need to start letting people see you for who you are and not just Nene's bodyguard. Marlo said, just like I tell y'all how I feel, I tell Nene too. Y'all just don't see it sometimes. But I don't play around about that, period. Marlo, if there's a good side to you, maybe you do need to let us see it. Because I did soften a little bit, seeing that's the fact you took these kids in when you really didn't have to. And you seem to be doing rather well with them. Now, you ain't Mommy Dearest. No, Lord. You ain't Mommy Dearest, but you ain't June Cleaver either yet. Shamia and her baby go visit Porsha and PJ, and it's amazing how things have changed, according to Porsha. She said, once upon a time, we'll be talking about the hookah club, and we saw clips of them, twerking them booties and everything, and all that was just a little short time ago. Now, the fun girls have turned into mommies, because all they talk about is baby bottles and things of the baby nature, okay? Then they begins to speak about Dennis, and Porsha admits Dennis just spent the night here. Porsha says that it just happened. Plus, she out of her 6 weeks, and she had to do something. She said they met for PJ's appointment. Afterwards, they ended up getting some liquor, going back to her house, and watching a movie. That movie actually turned into a series, so it just got later and later. And the more they drank, the more they got relaxed, and it just happened. Now she feeling confused because she don't want it to send the wrong signals at him. But he has been asking about going to counseling, and Shamia tells her that she thinks that that's a great idea. But Porsha say she ain't sure about that, but they gonna have to do something, and something soon, because now it's a baby involved. Child, Cynthia and Kenya meet up at this metaphysical place, where you buy all the scents and all these stuff that's supposed to drive out bad energies and garner in positive ones, one of them places. And child, they get to talking about Eva, and Kenya did get a little loud, and Cynthia told her, now hold up, now this ain't Brooklyn, bring it down a little bit. The way Kenya feels is Eva judged her and was being messy, and she don't know why. Not bringing your child, but then you give my child a gift. So I tell you what, I'm going to be sending this gift back to her because I don't want nothing from her. Cynthia is saying that she don't think that Eva meant anything negative about it, but Kenya feels differently and says that she ain't really with that, Now, let me see what else. Yeah, she did tell her that. Cynthia says that she feel like Kenya being a little irrational. They kind of shaded each other in the confessionals. In the confessionals, Cynthia said she don't think if Eva got anything to say to Kenya that she would hesitate on saying it. It wouldn't be a problem. Kenya said she hopes Cynthia not picking her man like she do her friends. The thing is, I just think Cynthia needs to talk less in this situation because you already know where this is headed. I wouldn't say nothing. Let them clash. And you still could be cool with both of them. But I wouldn't be trying to calm them down because what Cynthia is doing is not necessarily being messy or on the fence. She trying to make both of them calm it down and see the better side of each other. But in actuality, these women are destined to get into it this season. And I'm here for it. How about you? Now, Karen didn't even meet up with Cynthia at this store. She looking for a dress for Pride. We learned she gonna see Nene for the first time there, too. Candy confused as to when did Cynthia and Eva become so close. Me too, child. Me too. Considering all the stuff Eva was throwing at her last season, I guess they cool. Then they discussed Nene again. That's when Cynthia said she gonna see her Pride and she gonna see her looking fabulous, okay? Nobody else has seen Nene since then, but they all say she come around again. Hey, it's cool. Cynthia, Eva said she gonna say, hey, girl. I said, Then they moved to Kenya. And they asked why Eva wasn't at the little lunch date they had. Eva said she was asleep. But her new best friend, Cynthia, didn't tell her, right? They said that basically that Porsha was at the meeting. Eva was supposed to be there. Cynthia was there. Candy was there, and they were supposed to explain the Sincerely situation, but Eva wasn't there, child. She didn't make it. Anyway, Kenya was offended. She said Porsha told her what Eva said about why she didn't bring her kids to the party. Eva says she don't play by her kids. She don't know Kenya from a can of paint, and it is what it is. And say Porsha need to mind her business. Don't she need to let her C-section heal? Or better yet, she got plenty of business besides hers to be bothering, to be meddling in. And that if she need her to, she can forward some of those blogs to her if she bored and needs some business to attend. Because when she worried about her, she worried about the wrong thing. I said, now Cynthia was trying once again to say that Kenya was offended, but she'll calm down. Y'all just need to maybe have a conversation. When she went to reading, Porsha didn't nobody really say nothing. They just was like, calm down, because Eva had a lot of energy. I'm just wondering, will she have that same energy when it's time to face Nene, and when it's time, not Nene, when it's time, well, yeah, Nene too. I want to know, is Eva talking out of pregnancy hormones? That's why she believes that she can fly, or is she going to have that same energy for Nene, Kenya, and Porsha? Lauren and Porsha talking as Portia's on her way to this counseling session with Dennis. She says she anxious and hope it goes well. She says she just want Dennis to be honest and not deflect. Child, we see her going to the place, but moments later she come back out and she's crying down. I didn't know what was going on. We learned later that when Lauren came to see her that things didn't go well. She explained she asked if he had been unfaithful to her while she was pregnant. And through tear-filled eyes, he basically admitted to it, and she mushed him in his face and stormed out. She says she don't know what to do. She keeps replaying the good moments in her head, and it's making her confused. Like when she told him she was pregnant, times he was at the doctor's office with her, just a slew of good times and hope that they had for that family. And she still wants that family for PJ, but she just don't know if she should give this man another chance, because in her heart right now she's hurt, and she can't understand why he would do that to her. He was right by her every single step through the pregnancy. But now, she's learning that while he was there with her, what was he planning? Was he just planning to run on off and go be with somebody else? She in her feelings, and right now she's saying that it's what he's done feels like it's an unforgivable thing. She's also looking at Lauren. Lauren has gone through the same thing, was cheated on while she was pregnant, and Lauren has persevered. She has been found her happy place, with or without a man. She's living the life she want to lead, and Porsha feeling like, well, maybe I should do that as well. If y'all don't know, Porsha and Dennis are already back together again. So that lets you know the stages that you go through when you find out that your significant other or your husband, whatever you want to call him, spouse, when you find that they've been unfaithful to you, especially at a time when a woman feels her most vulnerable, is when she's pregnant. She doubting every damn thing. Her hormones all in out of whack. She thinks she the most ugliest thing in the world. Some do, you know. And all the while, this man was right there with her, but he was creeping off doing something else, and she broken behind that. But do I think that there is redemption if they both really mean it and work on it? I mean, clearly it is. They back together, and I wish them nothing but the best. But that's pretty much how we saw this episode end. If I left anything out, go ahead and leave it down in the the comment section, and we could talk about it down there. I want to thank each and every person that came through and sat with me. Y'all, I don't do long lives, but I did one today because the conversation got so good. Time just got away from you. Thank you to everybody that, that was, generous, the donation, the love tips or whatever. I appreciate anytime anybody take $1 out their pocket and put it into mine. So thank you for that. Thank you for the engaging conversation. Thank you for the education that I got out of that live. It gave me a lot, and I hope you all got a lot out of it. We will have more engaging conversations. Now, they ain't going to last 3 hours. But we will do that again very, very soon. Y'all gave me some homework, and I appreciate it. But that's it. That's all, y'all. In closing, the depth of your struggle will determine the height of your success. In the meantime, in between time, please remember to rate the video. Ratings get me recognized on the YouTube streets. Comment down below in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts and opinions about tonight's episode of The Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you have not become a love thing today, it's free, girl. It's free here, and it's free over on my backup channel, Lady Nyca Live. Please subscribe to both channels today. Tap your notification bell, set them to all, so that each and every time I go live or drop a pre-recorded video, you will be notified and you can come over and join in the conversation. I thank you all for your continued support. I will see you tomorrow. Have a great start to your work week. Peace.